Hey, welcome to the Explainer. Today, we are going to solve one of the most common, kind of tricky puzzles in English pronunciation, that little ed ending you see on past tense verbs. Why is it so confusing? And more importantly, how can you get it right every single time? Let's crack this code together. So, have you ever really stopped and thought about this? You see the same two letters, E and D, but they make completely different sounds. Just listen. Helped, loved, waited. See? All spelled with ED, but they sound totally different from each other. So what on earth is going on here? Okay, here it is. This is the single biggest secret to figuring this all out. Are you ready? Forget about the spelling. Seriously, that letter E is just there to throw you off. The real key, the only thing that matters, is the very last sound of the verb before you add the ED. That's it. That's the whole secret.
Right. It all comes down to sound. Specifically, it's about one really simple concept that, once you get it, is going to make everything click into place. And that concept is called voicing. Now, I know it sounds a little technical, but it's not, I promise. Voicing is just the vibration, that little buzz that your vocal cords make. Think of it like a little motor in your throat that can either be switched on or switched off. Let's actually try it. Go ahead, put 2 fingers gently on your throat, okay? First, make a long F sound with me. What do you feel? Pretty much nothing, right? Just air. Now, keep your fingers right there and make a V sound. Whoa, feel that? That little vibration? That buzz is voicing. You're literally feeling the difference. And this difference, this is the key to everything. Basically, English sounds fall into 2 main groups. You've got your unvoiced sounds, no buzz. They're just these quiet little puffs of air, like p, k, f, s. And then you've got the voiced sounds. That's when the buzzy motor in your throat is switched on. B, g, v, L. This one difference changes everything. So once you can hear and feel the difference between that voiced buzz and an unvoiced puff, you've honestly done the hardest part. From here, it all comes down to 3 super simple rules. Here we go. Rule number 1. If the very last sound of the verb is unvoiced, so remember, no buzz, like a P or a K, then the ED ending is pronounced like a sharp T sound. It's like a quick little tap. So the word help ends in P. That's unvoiced, so it becomes helped. The word ask ends in K, so it becomes asked. Can you hear that sharp T at the end? Okay, now for rule number 2. This time, if the verb ends in a voiced sound, one with that buzz, like V or N, the ED ending sounds like a soft D. Now listen for the difference. Love ends in that buzzy VV sound, right? So it becomes loved. Clean ends in that humming n sound, so it's cleaned. It's a much softer, gentler sound than that sharp T we just heard. And finally, we have our special case. Rule number 3. If the verb already ends in a T sound or a D sound, well, we have to add a whole extra syllable. Think about it. You can't just add another T or D right on top. It would be impossible to say. So this and only this is when the ED is pronounced as id. So want becomes wanted. Need becomes needed. You can hear that extra syllable, right? Okay, you've got the theory, you've got the 3 rules. Now for the fun part. Let's put it into practice and actually test out your new skill. Here is your simple 3-step mental checklist for any verb. First, just listen to the final sound of the original verb. Second, ask yourself, is it unvoiced, is it voiced, or is it already a t or a da? And third, based on that, you just pick the right ending. That's the whole process. All right, it's your turn. I'll say the verb and you say the past tense out loud. Ready? Let's go. First word, watch. The final sound is ch. That's unvoiced, so we say watched with a t. Next up, play. It ends in a vowel sound, which is always voiced, so it's played with a d. How about start? That's our special case. It ends in a T sound, so we add a syllable. Started. Okay, let's try laugh. Careful. That GH is an F sound, which is unvoiced, so it becomes laughed with a T sound. Last one, decide, ends in a D sound, another special case, so we say decided. So how'd you do?
And this really is the crucial takeaway. I know it seems like such a small technical detail, but getting this one little rule right is a giant leap for your English. It's one of those things that just makes you sound so much more natural and feel way more confident when you speak.
So there you have it. You've unlocked one of the big secrets of English pronunciation. You've actually trained your ear to listen for that buzz, and you have the 3 simple rules to guide you. The real question now is, what other English pronunciation puzzles are you going to start to notice now that you're listening in this whole new way? Keep listening. Thanks for joining The Explainer.